up, Aquarius? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I feel like I have not done a reading in so long. So guys, let's see if I still know how to read cards. But let me stop playing. Y'all know how I know how to read cards. Okay, guys. So catching up after the holidays, it was absolutely insane. I had gotten so many readings that came in. And then I took some days off, so it really set me back. So I'm sorry, guys, that it's taken me unnecessarily long to just get this video out to you. But for those of you that do want personal readings, or you want this sort of reading done for you, the year prediction is definitely there. It's a 10 to 14 day wait. So anybody who is waiting on a reading right now, if you're towards the end of it, just know, I'm pretty much just caught up. So I'm going to get everything out very soon. If you don't have it now, you probably have it within the next day or so. But let's see what is going on. Let's get into this reading for the sign of Aquarius, okay, guys? And let me start by saying happy birthday to you guys that have birthdays in the end part of January. So just know, guys, that next month is going to be the month where I spoil you, where I give you guys extra readings. And when I post your first video for February, I'll ask you what readings that you guys want. So wait till I do that. Don't tell me just yet, because I'm still focused on Capricorn for this month. But let's get into it. So what I'm going to do, guys, I am going to break this up into 4 quarters, and then we're going to do love, finance in general. You're going to see me looking over at my notes just to make sure I'm not missing any quarters or months. But let's see what's going on. So we're going to start with the first quarter of the year. We're going to look at January, February, and March. So let's get right into it, because you guys have waited long enough. All right. What is going on for the sign of Aquarius? First quarter of 2018 in love, finance, and general. All right. Love, finance, general. And my best friend is an Aquarius, so I love you and happy birthday if you are watching, my love. Okay, so let's get into this, guys. So the energy that you guys have for the first quarter of 2018 is the 9 of Swords. This is a card about anxiety, losing sleep at night, just having so much in your head. But what you guys have to understand is that this is a mental card. Okay, this is a card where we create things in our head that most likely don't even exist, but we're kind of just a slave to our own thoughts, okay? Now, starting with love in January, we have the Fountain card in the reverse, okay? So this is a card about being in denial. There's something that either you're not seeing or maybe your partner's not seeing if you are in a relationship. So let's see what's going on here with this Fountain card in the reverse. We have the 10 of Swords. So some of you could feel betrayed, or there could be a betrayal happening that you're not seeing it truly for what it is. Maybe you're trying to turn a blind eye to this betrayal, okay? And we have the Page of Wands in the reverse. So if some of you are dealing with a fire sign, maybe they stop talking to you or you stop talking to them, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, but something that you may have been passionate about or something that may have felt good towards you, it's like you're going to feel betrayed by it, or maybe they're going to feel betrayed by you. But I don't feel like everything is out on the table. I feel like there's certain things that are being hidden, okay? So you guys have to make sure that you open your eyes and see things for the reality of what it is. Now, for finances, we have the 6 of Cups in the reverse. So some of you may have been doing a certain job or project for a long time and deciding it's time to part ways with this. Or you could be going back to something that you used to do in the past in terms of finances. All right, we have the Strength card in the reverse. So whatever this is, it feels debilitating towards you. Okay, so I really feel for a lot of you, you may be parting ways from what you used to do with work. Okay, and with the 3 of Coins, there's something new here that's being built, for sure. And a new decision that you're making that I feel is going to be good for you. Something that you're going to celebrate. Something that is going to really be more in tune with what you want to do moving forward with finances. Okay. So maybe you're parting ways with something, you don't feel extremely good about it, but the direction that you're going towards, or the new business partners or new direction you're taking, is going to be much better for you guys. Now for general, we have the Queen of Swords. All right, so this is your energy. So despite what's happening, if there's a betrayal here, if you guys have to leave behind a certain job or an aspect of finances that you were dealing with, you guys are still in your element. Okay, you guys are standing strong. You guys are thinking very sharply, you know, and you really just doing what you have to do in order to get through. You guys could be a little bit guarded because maybe you're uncomfortable with some of the changes, but you're still, you know, the fact that you guys are in the upright, that's a good thing to remain in your element. Whatever it is you guys are going towards, this is going to be long-term, long-lasting. Okay. Now, with this card, whether it be with finances or, you know, a new relationship maybe that you're getting into, it's something that may develop slowly, but something that's going to last a long time. I actually did a reading for my Aquarius best friend for this month, and it was super, super positive. So I hope that the energies are going to continue moving forward. All right, we have the Three of Cups. So something that's going to be long-term, something that you're going to be celebrating. All right, excellent. Now going into February, for love, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. All right, so maybe some of you are dealing with the water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but there could be something that happens here with love where you or someone that you're dealing with is overly emotional. Okay, we have the Hermit card. So either something that you're going to keep to yourself, or you could just feel like you want to be alone, or kind of just go into your own shell and really think about how you want to move forward when it comes to love. And we have the Nine of Cups. Okay, so maybe you guys are going to be happy if you remove yourself from a situation, and that's just something that gratifies you. Or there could be others of you that are doing something that makes you happy, but it could make someone else upset. It could make someone else overly emotional, especially if it's going to be a water sign. Okay. Now, with finances, we have the World card in the reverse. So when the World card is in the reverse, this is a sense of unfinished business, a chapter that you want to close that may not be closed, a phase in your life that you want to end, but that's not just ended just yet. Why is this World card in the reverse? We have the Temperance card. Okay, so there's something that you're still working on ending or finishing when it comes to work or finances, but you're balanced, you're cool, you guys are keeping it calm, and you're putting in a lot of hard work. All right, now the good thing with the Nine of Wands is the number of completion in the tarot deck is the number 10. So if you guys are working on something and you feel exhausted and you feel tired, you're right at that point where you're about to get that breakthrough. Okay, so keep moving forward, keep pushing. The general energy for February is the Nine of Pentacles. So despite what happens, whether you leave somebody or whether you know, someone leaves you, or maybe you're getting into something new, what this is showing is that regardless of anything, you're going to be self-sufficient. You're going to still believe in yourself and how beautiful or powerful or handsome you could be. But this is someone who's extremely self-sufficient despite what it is that's going on in his or her life. All right, we have the Five of Wands in the reverse, where if there's any sort of tension, chaos, problems, whatever, you guys are removing yourself from it. You don't want any issues at all. And we have the Five of Coins in the reverse. So if there's any sense of financial loss, if there's any sense of a loss of abundance, or just something that didn't feel good, or maybe you guys felt rejected, or maybe you rejected someone else, it's subsiding. You guys are getting over it. Things are getting better. Okay? Awesome. And with the Page of Swords at the bottom, you guys are being very communicative. You guys are in a place where you have no problem saying what's on your mind. Okay. I love the fact that, you know, my best friend is an Aquarius, because that's where I truly, you know, go to understand the mind of an Aquarian. Now, in the month of March, for love, we have the Five of Cups. Okay, so this could be a loss that you guys feel when it comes to love, or it could be something that you just feel off about, or that could make you sad. So let's see what's up with this Five of Cups. We have the Fool card. Okay, so for some of you, maybe you decide to turn your back on someone, have a new start, and you're feeling a loss from it. Or maybe you're just, I feel like a lot of you might just be getting back into the dating world. Okay, and it's something that you may not really do in an eager way. But with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, if there's any sort of confusion, if there's any sort of, you know, smoke screens in front of your face, or just things that you weren't sure about, everything is coming out on the table. And this could cause you guys to say, you know what, I need a new start when it comes to love, because I see this clearly for what it is. All right, and for finances, we have the Four of Cups. So with the Four of Cups, if you guys are making an offer, it's not, you know, it might not be taken at this time. If someone's making an offer for you, to you guys for something, you know, I don't see you taking it at this time. We have the Six of Wands in reverse. So whether the offer, you know, you're giving it out or it's coming to you and it's not being taken, it's just not something that you guys are necessarily going to feel proud of. And we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So the Knight of Cups in the reverse, when it comes to finances, this could be you guys in a place where you're overly emotional about something. Maybe you're very unhappy with your job. Maybe you wanted something new and it doesn't come in. I also feel like sometimes love tends to trickle into finances too, because let's be completely honest, you know, if we're having a shitty love life, or if there's something that's really, really heavy that's, you know, in our minds or in our hearts, it can definitely affect our performance when it comes to work. So maybe some of you are upset and not performing as well because there could have been some promiscuity or cheating, you know, in a relationship. Or maybe, you know, your finances or the job you have isn't going the way that you want, so you're just overly emotional and feeling unstable because of that. All right? But there is something new here that is happening with the Ace of Wands. Okay? It just hasn't come in just yet. And that's why you guys might be a little bit pissed off with the Knight of Swords in reverse. So just keep going, keep moving forward, and just know that something good is on its way if it's not here in the month of March. For general, we have the Page of Coins. Okay, so this makes complete sense. So there's something new that you guys are talking about. There's something that you're slowly and methodically just mapping out, planning out. It hasn't happened just yet because that's where the Knight of Pentacles would come in, but something that is definitely being spoken about. And we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse, where there's something that you're becoming so frustrated with that you decide to give up on it and to let it go. Okay. And with the Four of Coins in the reverse, there's something that you're becoming guarded towards. Maybe money, maybe yourself. Maybe you're being guarded towards someone, but you're talking about how you want to move forward. You just haven't taken that first step just yet. All right. You're still in the thinking process here with the Four of Swords. Okay, now with the Four of Swords, that's going to be somebody that, you know, is really thinking about how they want to move forward in the smartest and most strategic way. And they're not going to move forward until they feel that they have all the answers necessary. Now, if you guys do want this reading, you could go ahead and get it. But it's going to be a little bit less than an hour if you guys get just a yearly reading. Now, what I do differently is if you guys order the hour reading, but you want the hour reading to be your yearly prediction, then all I do is add more advice per quarter. But I'm not going to do it for the purposes of time efficiency. Okay, guys? All right, so let's go into the second quarter. See what's going on with you guys. Love, finance, and general. All right, what is going on with the lovely sign of Aquarius second quarter of 2018? All right, guys. So the energy that you guys have for the second quarter is the Knight of Wands in reverse. If this is in terms of love, maybe some of you are dealing with the Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius who is not being completely honest, who's going out and seeing other people. If this is with finances, work, anything like that, or even just family members, then this could be someone who's a good talker, who's very charismatic, who's very magnetic, that people naturally just want to follow, but they're unreliable. Okay, this is the type of person that says, you know, I'll be at the office at 8 o'clock, and then they show up at 8:45 with Starbucks and, you know, Dunkin' Donuts in hand. All right? So let's get right into things and see what's going to go on. So for April, for love, we have the Moon card. So this could be an aha moment, an awakening, clarity that you feel towards love, or it could be secrets in terms of love that come out. Okay, but definitely clarity either way. And we have the Three of Swords. So there could be a secret that comes out that is heartbreaking. Okay, something that's hard to deal with. Why is this Three of Swords here? We have the Fountain card upright. The good thing is, you know, despite if there is heartbreak, I think the most valuable thing here, guys, is that you're really going to understand and see what is going on. It's not going to be the sort of thing where you're in denial or it's just like, oh no, he couldn't or she couldn't do that. It's like, okay, I see it for what it is. You know, I'm completely clear on this. You know, the Fountain card is you having all the information, you having all the facts. All right. Now, when it comes to finances, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. Any anxiety, stress, anything that just didn't feel good, did not resonate within you, you let it go. All right? You're choosing not to be anxious. You're choosing to get out of your head about things. You're choosing not to worry. All right? And you have the Four of Coins, where you could be guarded this month, in the month of April, when it comes to finances. Okay? With the Ace of Coins in the reverse, I really don't feel that this is something that ends for you. I feel like there's something that you guys are working on that just hasn't gotten off the ground just yet. So there's something that you guys are waiting on. Maybe you're being guarded with your money. Maybe you're being guarded with the information about this new start because, you know, maybe you just don't want people knowing until it's something that's launched. But you're not stressing. You know it's something that's going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet. Now, with the General, you guys have the Eight of Swords. So this is also a card, you know, about being in your head. So if there's anything that you feel stuck in, whether it be finances, love, you know, family situations, whatever it is, just know that you're not actually stuck, okay? Just know that you're not grounded to, you know, the floor like a tree. This is someone that feels like they're stuck, but literally all they have to do is back up. And if they back up, guess what? They're out. They're out of the line of, you know, fire. We have the Four of Swords in the reverse, where there's something that you guys put a lot of thought into and you choose to move forward, okay? Whether that be away from a situation or towards a situation that you'll feel is better for you. And then we have the Hermit card in the reverse. So again, if there's any, you know, sense of stagnation or limbo, you guys are really moving forward. Now, with both of these cards, these are people that are really going to want to get all the facts. Just like in Aquarius, guys, you know, you guys are thinking logically. You're really putting A, B, and C together. You know, you're connecting all the dots. And when you move forward, it's going to be because you fully understand the situation. So that really, you know, goes in hand with this Fountain card here. Okay, so all the knowledge is accessible. Okay, you understand what's happening here. Now, going into May, for love, we have the Hierophant in the reverse. For some of you, this could be a dissolution of a relationship or a marriage, something unconventional that you guys are doing, okay, if you're in a relationship. But let's see what's going on here. All right, this wants to pop up. We have the Judgment card upright. So for some of you, maybe you're falling out of something and you feel like it's the best call. For others of you, maybe you're doing something unconventional, but you think it's a good call. And unconventionality, guys, can come in so many ways. You know, maybe, and you know, I'm going for a spin here. Maybe you're part of a unicorn marriage, which means, you know, a marriage that you allow another girlfriend or another boyfriend, something that is unconventional in that sense, but that it works for you, okay? So unconventionality can come in a lot of ways. And we have the Temperance card in the reverse. So there's something here that you feel you're making a good call, but maybe deep down you're very unsure about it, or you just don't feel like you're 100% with the program of what's happening. Or maybe you're choosing to just fall out of something or leave someone behind, and it's just something that you don't feel good about. All right, now when it comes to finances, we have the Hanged Man in the reverse, where it's you guys moving forward slowly, getting out of a place of limbo or stagnation, or just trying to figure out what the best move forward was. All right, and we have the Ten of Coins in the reverse. So there could be something where you guys either spend a lot of money, or maybe, you know, you have a loss at work in terms of money. Maybe you get, what's it called? Demoted, okay? And we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So in the month of May, I would definitely be guarded with my finances just in case there is anything that hits you guys unexpectedly. Okay, but with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, this could be arguments that you guys have between you and somebody else. Now, the overall energy that you guys have for May is the Queen of Coins. So you could have a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn who's extremely helpful towards you in this month for whatever reason. If this has to do with finances, even if there's something or a fallout that you're having, it's showing that you're still going to be okay. You're still going to be stable and still be able to take care of what you need to take care of. Okay, so let's see why this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn figure may be here. We have the Sun card, so someone who could really brighten up your life, make you feel good, warm, abundant, or just information that comes out regarding, Earth energy here. All right, and you have the World card. So if there's any, you know what, honestly, I could definitely see a fallout in both love and finances. So I feel that a lot of you are going to be ending a phase as it is. And with the World card, whatever it is that you're going into is going to be something that's really good for you. But it might mean that you have to end, certain situations in your life so that you can move forward in a positive way. Okay, but with the Page of Cups, there's other things that you guys are focused on and working on, okay, and talking about things that you're going to be emotionally invested in. Now for June, for love, we have the Devil card in the reverse. So anything that you felt was toxic, you're removing yourself from that situation. Ooh. Okay. For some of you, you could be dealing, with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse with someone who's selfish, someone who's kind of a leech and they just draw your energy from you. It could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but I could see things being problematic, but I feel that you guys are looking at the issue and you're saying, you know what, I don't want to be involved in anything that's not going to resonate, within my heart or soul. For some of you, if you're not talking to a water sign, this is a card about someone who's very loving, very tender, but it's also a card that's going to promote healing too. So I feel like a lot of you are just removing yourself from something that doesn't feel good. For finances, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. So there could be something that you put a lot of hard work and effort into and you decide that you just don't want to move forward with it anymore. So you give up on it and you let it go. All right, we have the Chariot where you may move on from a job, but despite if there's something that you're letting go or giving up on, things are going to move forward very quickly. And with this card being upright, it shows that you guys will be in control of how it moves forward. All right, and we have the Page of Coins in the reverse. So this is going to mean one of two things. It's going to mean there's just something that you're completely just cutting out in terms of finances. This could also mean that there's a lot of effort that you may have put into something, but it didn't get you the desired outcome that you wanted, so you have to just move forward. Maybe you're moving to a new job, a new house, and you have to get new work, or you're moving out of state, but there's definitely a change and a shift that's going to happen here, but you will be in control of it. Now, the general for June is the Two of Swords. So you're between a rock and a hard place. You're really trying to figure out how you want to move forward, what the best path is. Maybe some of you are stuck between two job offers. Maybe some of you are stuck between, two lovers, but definitely a big decision that you have to make between two people, or two things rather, I'm sorry. And we have the Three of Coins in reverse. So whether it be with work or with finances or with love, family, whatever it is, it's just there's someone that you're not seeing eye to eye with. Maybe you guys aren't feeling appreciated. Maybe you feel like you're doing more than what you're getting recognized for or paid for. Okay, but with the Three of Wands, you turn your back on whatever this is, and you move forward in a way that you are going to expand. Okay, Five of Coins. Either you're rejecting someone or they're rejecting you. Okay, or maybe you're rejecting a job, or maybe a job lets you go. Okay, but there's change, but just know you guys are in control of how you move forward. Okay, now let's go into the third quarter. All right, what is going to happen with the sign of Aquarius, July, August, and September of 2018? And thank you guys in advance if you timestamp this, just to make it a little bit easier if you want to look back at this, at some other point of 2018. All right, guys, let's get right into this. Love. Nice. Finance. General. Okay. So the energy that you guys have for the third quarter is the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So again, it could be a sense of promiscuity that could be happening in a relationship. It could be someone being overly emotional, just really in their feelings for whatever reason. But you have the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune, guys. So even if there's anything that has to be let go of, even if there's something that doesn't sit well with you, you're still in power. throughout this whole time, you guys have not lost your power. Okay, so that's a beautiful and magnificent thing. Now, going into July of 2018, for love, we have the King of Coins. So for some of you, there could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn who's extremely important in your life. Okay, if not, then this is going to be someone who's very grounded, you know, a family man or a family woman who really wants to take things, you know, they want to, you know, they're there for the long haul. We have the Three of Coins where you guys are building, you're talking, you know, if this is a good partnership here, you're really understanding each other and working towards the same goal when it comes to love. And the Magician. So again, something that you guys are in control of, something that you're manifesting, something that feels very good for you. With finances, you guys have the Six of Wands in the reverse, okay? So there might be something that you're not necessarily proud of the outcome. You know, in the upright, this is a card about victory, just kind of parading and celebrating something. But here, you know, it's like there's no victory, or there's just something that you don't feel good about. And we have the Four of Coins in the reverse, where you could be very guarded towards a job or very guarded towards your finances. Okay. And we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Okay. So with the Eight of Cups in the reverse, there could be a job or a person from your past that you haven't spoken to, or that you reach out to that you haven't spoken to in a while, that they're going to help you, you know, to move forward in some way, shape, or form. Okay. And it's showing that if there's any sense of struggle or imbalance or just something that's not working, you know, in your life when it comes to finances, they're going to help you to move forward from this. Okay. For some of you, it could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn who's going to help you to move forward from the situation that you're in financially. The General for, where are we, July, we have the Lover's card. Okay. So love could be on the forefront. This doesn't necessarily always have to be about love, guys. It could be a new job opportunity that comes in. It could be a good friend of yours that helps you guys out. And you have the Three of Cups. So there's something here that you guys are going to be celebrating. It could be with love, or it could be with a new opportunity presented to you. All right. And we have the Temperance card. So you find balance. So despite any issues that you might have, again, you guys are in control. Now, going into August. For love, we have the Empress card. All right, so this is the goddess of fertility, so just have to put it out there. For some of you, this could be a pregnancy that happens. For others of you, it could just simply be a new start within a relationship, or maybe just, you know, changing the status of the relationship. So for some of you, this could be getting more serious in a relationship. If you're just in a regular relationship, that could mean engagement, could mean marriage. Okay, and we have the Ace of Cups. So definitely new beautiful starts that are happening, something that you're really going to be emotionally gratified by. Okay, and we have the Fountain card in the reverse. So there's something new that you guys are getting into, but just make sure that you know exactly who this person is before you commit 100%, especially if it's something new, because this is going to be saying that, yeah, this feels good, but you might not have all the information. And it doesn't necessarily have to be something bad. It's just saying, you know, make sure you know everything about a person before, you know, fully moving forward with this person. Okay. Now, for finances, we have the Ace of Wands. So there's something new that you guys are getting into, a new start that's happening, and something that you're passionately driven by and that you feel really good about. We have the King of Swords, so you guys are feeling strong, you're feeling in your element, you're leaving your emotions at the door, you're working on whatever it is that you have to do to build yourself up, and anything that you feel is going to deter you from the path that you want to be on financially, it's getting cut out, okay? King of Swords doesn't take shit from anybody. And we have the Five of Cups. So there could be something that needs to get cut out and some sort of loss that you're feeling, but there's still a new start that you're going towards, okay? But there's some, you know, whether it's you or someone else that you're dealing with, they might be overly emotional about the fact that you're going, you know, this new direction. Now, for the General, we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so there could be some secrets, some lies, some deceptions with things that are going to be very important to you. Let's see why the Seven of Swords is here for August. The High Priestess. So if there are any secrets, even if you don't have proof, you're going to know what it is, okay? So just make sure that you're really trusting your gut this month, because, you know, when the High Priestess is there, it's showing that nobody can fool you, all right? You don't need to see text messages. You don't need to see bank statements or anything. You're just going to know. And you have the Two of Swords in the reverse, so there's going to be a decision that's very important that you come to when it comes to these secrets, whether they're yours or someone else's. And with the Page of Swords, you're going to tell them what's up. You're going to tell them, look, this is how I feel. This is what's going on. And for some of you, it could have to do with promiscuity and, you know, feeling like you're losing control. But, you know, being very direct with who you're talking to. Cutting out something that is not working for you and having a new start. Like I'm saying, you guys constantly keep the control throughout the year. So that's very good. And it doesn't have to be control over other people, just within yourself. Okay, going into September, for love, you guys have the Queen of Swords. All right, so you guys are going to be in your element. You know, this is you guys being very strategic with how you want to go about love, with really being just very well spoken, just expressing yourself the best that you can. But this could also mean that there's something that you're guarded against too. Okay, because the Queen of Swords sometimes is someone who, yeah, you could talk to her or him when it comes to love, but someone who might have, you know, a wall up because they've been scorned in the past. And we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse, where you could cut out something that's not working for you, something that just frustrated you that you feel that you have to give up on. And it could be due to things that you didn't see the month prior, okay, about a new start. And we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So whether it's you or maybe a water sign that you're talking to, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, someone's going to be overly emotional about the fact that they have to give up on someone or something when it comes to love. All right, for finances, we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Now, the good thing about air signs, you guys are extremely smart when it comes to moving forward with making plans, with, you know, strategizing. But the downfall of that could be, if you're so confident about something that you're doing and you're at a point in your life where people can't tell you shit, you want to make sure that you're not doing something too quickly and not fully doing your research on something, that you just act on something very quickly and it becomes something very, very chaotic. The Knight of Swords is the quickest moving, you know, knight. So just make sure that you're sure about how you want to move forward, okay? And that you do your research on how you want to move forward, and that you don't just jump into anything without, you know, not putting much thought into it. Because this is a card about recklessness, and, you know, it's just warning that there could be problems that come if you guys don't fully look at the big picture of what it is that you're doing. And you have the Ace of Swords here, where there's going to be something that has to get cut out in order for you guys to have a new start. All right, and we have the Moon card in the reverse, which is a card about clarity, seeing a situation for what it is. So maybe something bad happens to you in terms of work or in terms of finances, and maybe that's why the card is in the reverse, because it's something that really makes you feel reckless, or maybe you just just act reckless because of it. All right, but you're getting out of your head about things. Any sort of confusion, you know, you're seeing it for what it is. There's clarity here. For the general for September, you guys have the Six of Coins. So you guys are finding balance. You're finding equilibrium. There's an even give and take in your life. You guys are in a place where if people or situations are not going to put effort into you, you're not going to put effort into them either. All right, and we have the Ten of Coins. So with the Ten of Coins, there could be a huge inheritance that comes in, money that comes in, something that just feels good for you, okay? And that could be letting a job go, or maybe letting someone go who's very, very close to you. This could be with love, or this could just be someone that you're very closely connected to, all right? And again, you guys are just telling people, and, you know, jobs, you're telling people what it is, okay? You're being clear with everybody here. Okay. Now let's go into the fourth quarter. Last but not least. What is going to happen for the sign of Aquarius, October, November, and December of 2019? Ah, gotcha. Sorry, guys. There's this bug that's been flying in front of the light of my computer. I'm like, don't worry. I'll get you when you least expect it. Got him. All right. Let's see what's going on. All right, love, finance in general for the sign of Aquarius, fourth quarter of 2018, October, November, and December. Finance and general. All right, the energy for the fourth quarter, we have the Temperance card in the reverse. So something within you that might not resonate well. Okay, something where you don't feel truly good about a situation. For some of you, it could be a third-party situation. Okay, it could be with love. It could be, you know, a fallout of a partnership. But for some of you, it could be a third-party situation in love that causes you to leave somebody, okay, because of arguments and you guys not seeing eye to eye. Something that you were passionate about that may end. Now, for love in October, we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. If there is any sort of loss, if there is any sense of not feeling good about a situation or being sad about a situation, you are getting over it. And we have the Eight of Swords, where you're getting over something that could have been hurtful, but you're still stuck in your head about a lot, you know, in regards to the situation, where you're just trying to be patient and you're waiting on you're waiting to see how things are going to be moving forward, and you could be looking towards the past and just really stuck on the past. For finances, you have the Ten of Cups in reverse. All right, where this could be something that affects the household. It doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, money's not going to be there, but that there could be an imbalance in the household when it comes to finances. So maybe it's something that you're not happy about, or something that you're arguing with people with, you know, that you live with. Lovers in the reverse. So maybe for some of you, there's a breakup that happens, okay, and something that affects you in a financial sense. Maybe if it was a two-income household, it becomes a one-income household, all right? And with the Sun card, there's information that comes to light, things that were hidden in the dark, where, you know, there could be a fallout. So with knowing this, just always make sure you're in a position that you're able to be self-sufficient, that you don't have to stay in something longer than what's necessary due to finances, okay? The energy that you guys have for October is the Queen of Swords in reverse. So there's really going to be something that happens that pushes you guys, you know, over the edge, something that really pisses you off. This is someone who they're going to see a problem and they're really just going to blow up. They're going to really amplify the problem and add fuel to the fire because of how upset they are. Okay, also someone who's going to be extremely guarded as well. And with the Three of Coins, whether it's with love or, you know, a partnership with business, something or someone that you're not seeing eye to eye with. All right, and with the Page of Coins in the reverse, something that you stop putting effort towards, whether you were trying very hard to get something off the ground or you just don't want to involve yourself with a certain person or a certain job. You know, there's something that you guys stop talking about or stop moving towards. Knight of Wands in the reverse, it could be because there's someone who did something promiscuous or someone that was unreliable, you know, in a certain aspect of your life, okay? And, you know, you guys are in the reverse here because you're not over it with the Death card in the reverse. Now, in November, we have, for love, the Four of Swords in the reverse. So you guys put a lot of thought into something and you decide, okay, you know, it's time to move forward, whether that be towards someone new or just being by yourself, being single. Five of Coins, you guys reject someone or they reject you, okay? A sense of loss, a sense of, you know, being left out in the cold due to a third-party relationship, okay? Or just a fallout of something that felt very good for you. Now, for finances, you guys have the Fountain card, okay? So this is going to mean whatever it is that you're trying to do in terms of finances, work, you have all the information, you have all the knowledge available to you, okay? Something that feels very good. This is kind of like an awakening as well. And with the Hermit card in the reverse, you move forward, again, with having all the facts that you need to move forward in the best way possible. All right? And you move forward very, very swiftly. And for a lot of you, I feel like there's going to be a lot of options when it comes to finances. So you cut out things that just don't work for you and you move forward. But again, you have control over it. Now, for the general, we have the Hierophant in the reverse. So there's something that you guys are falling out of, whether it be a relationship or a particular job. There's something unconventional that you're letting go of. And with the Three of Wands, you turn your back on something. Sorry, guys. You turn your back on something in order to expand. Two of Cups. This could be you going towards a new person, romantically going towards a new job. You're leaving behind something that just didn't work for you, and you're going towards something that's really, really going to complement what you need in life, okay? A very deep connection here, but you're having trouble choosing if you want to move forward or how you want to move forward or maybe who you want to move forward with, okay? All right, guys. December of 2018, the last month of 2018. For love, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. All right, so there could be a sense of dissatisfaction, unhappiness, something that just doesn't feel right. And you have the Four of Cups in the reverse, so something, an offer that you accept, or something that something where you extend an offer and it's accepted, or it could be you just literally coming into acceptance about something, revolving around your love life. And with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, things take an unexpected turn, and it could be for the worst. And I think that you guys just come to a place where you see things for what it is and you accept it for what it is, whether or not you feel you had control over it. Okay, and it's something that you guys feel conflicted about. Now, for finances, we have the Queen of Cups. So there could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio who's going to be very important for you, someone who is going to help you to move forward in the financial aspect. Okay, or something that you're doing that you feel very emotionally invested in. But with the King of Swords in the reverse, you want to make sure that you don't take the stance at work where you're unbearable, where people don't want to work for you. Because with the King of Swords in the reverse, he or she is somebody that they say, fuck your feelings, fuck how you feel, fuck, what you're doing at home. I don't care about it. Get to work. Get me those numbers, make those sales. Just someone who's just very about them. They don't really care about what other people are going through. This is the type of boss that you tell them, your kid got super sick and that you have to, leave work, and they're like, no, I don't think so. Figure it out, but you have to stay here. It's that sort of boss. So just be very aware of how you're acting in the workplace, especially if you're in a position of power. Okay, but with the Four of Coins, you could just be very guarded with your money, okay? And we have the World card, where there's a new phase in terms of finances and in terms of how you're moving forward financially. Now, for the General, we have the Devil card in the reverse. So anything that does not sit well with you, anything that's toxic with you, you guys are not going to be going into 2019 with it, all right? You're removing yourself from anything that's toxic here. We have the Empress card in the reverse. Something here that's coming to an end. Okay, a fallout that you're having. But you're going to be strong throughout it. You let go of things that do not work for you, and you do it in a very strong way. All right? And you find clarity. You find an awakening. Anything that you weren't aware of, it's out. It's in the open. Okay? So that's, change, usually when we are going into a very powerful time in our lives, there's going to be some pain that leads up to it. All right, I promise you guys, if, towards the end of 2018, you really feel like you're getting the short end of the stick, it's because 2019, there's something very powerful that you have to do. Pain doesn't come for no reason. Okay, pain comes to teach us something. And, when we're in that time and we're going through the pain and we're presently feeling that pain, it's hard to see that light at the end of the tunnel. It's hard to see the fact that, this could be good. This could, lead me to a path that I would not have been on had I not gone through this pain. So just keep that in mind. And, I've noticed that just with anyone that I've ever spoken to, or, just within myself, anytime I have gone through something extremely painful, and I think it's a lot that has to do with our mindsets towards it too, because I do my best to be positive. But anytime I've gone through anything extremely painful, something significantly just as good comes into my life right after. That's how I got into tarot. That's how I got into just a lot of good things that I feel was happening for me in my life. And it was because of painful and situations that, I wish I wasn't going through at the time that I was going through it, but it made me so strong, okay? So keep that in mind. The bigger the pain, the bigger the accomplishments. You guys got this. All right, so I'm going to leave you guys off with 3 cards of advice for you 2018. And again, you know, if you guys want this yearly reading, it's definitely available to you. As you're going to see now, it's a little less than an hour. Okay. If you do want the hour read, but you want it to be in terms of, you know, what's going to happen in the next year, I just kind of give you more advice and I break it up a little bit more. Okay. All right. So let's get 3 cards of advice for the wonderful sign of Aquarius. All right, guys. So the energy that you guys have for the advice is the Devil card, but behind that we have the Fool card. So it's kind of how you guys are, you know, how some of you might end this. And remember, this is a general reading for thousands of people, so it's not going to resonate 100% for everybody. But yes, is there going to be things that are toxic in your life, things that don't work in your life? Absolutely. And that's going to happen every year. It's just not something that we as humans could avoid. But with the Fool card, whatever is toxic, whatever doesn't resonate well within you, it's putting you on a new path. Something where you're able to expand, something where you get to just start over and make a new name for yourself, all right, where you come into your element. And there could be deceptions that get you there. Maybe leaving behind what you have to leave behind is going to be extremely hard for you. But what do you get out of the pain? 10 of coins. You get abundance, whether it's monetarily or just emotionally, and you feel good moving forward. Now, for this year, there might be someone from your past or someone who's very significant in your past that you reach out to or they reach out to you, someone who's going to come back into your life in 2018. The cards are saying this is someone that you're going to want to work with, whether it's with fitness or whether it's with work or whether it's with love or a family member that you were estranged from. This is someone that is going to help you to move forward in a very positive way. With the Hierophant, this is someone who's going to help you to live in a higher standard of life. Okay? So be open to who this is. And you'll know it in your heart. Okay? You'll know if somebody's good for you or bad for you. You just have to listen to those feelings. Okay? If something in your gut is telling you, all right, this is not the person I want to talk to, don't question it. Leave that person in the past, because there's so many people from our past that I'm sure will hit you up throughout the year, guys. But if you're talking to someone from the past, someone that you haven't spoken to in a while, and something just feels right about this person, and again, it doesn't have to be romantically, then you're definitely going to want to move forward with it. So look out for who that person could be and how they can help you. All right, guys? I love you so much. And if you guys want any sort of readings at this current time, I know this is something that you guys can watch throughout the year, but I'm saying right now, January 12th, 2018, the current wait time is 10 to 14 days, okay? So just be patient with me. I'm just one person, so give me the full 14 days before you guys email me asking me any questions about the reading that you guys have purchased, all right? I love you guys. I hope you're having a good new year so far. Take care.